Hello and welcome back to GT Retro World. Well, today we're going to take a look at what I brought back from the National Hamfest 2025. And I must admit, I did bring more home than I really wanted to. 65 kilos of it. Anyway, guys, let's have a little look, see what we bought there. Okay, first of all, we have this. Let's get on here. Where's a bloody ton? And there we have a Uniden 2020. Now, I first seen this on Lynch's YouTube channel about a year ago, and it was within his faulty finds, and he did give a quick mention of it, and I'll show you in a quick clip in a second.
Uniden 2020, these are as rare, very rare. Rare as hell, these are. They fetch mega money on eBay if you have a look. This one has got a fault, and that's the band change switch. It is no more.
Anyway, this radio is complete with microphone. You can see there, guys, original microphone, which is nice, and the bizarre power lead. So it's AC, obviously. I've always quite fancied one of these for a long time. The only issue that I think it's got is the band switch, which is obviously stuck solid. Now, these run on a chain mechanism behind the back of here, behind the fascia, and basically the cogs split and lock up and all sorts. So really, I think it's as easy as fix. But anyway, we'll get that at a later date. But anyway, I got the radio. I seen it on his channel maybe it was a year or so ago, and it was actually at the National Hamfest, and I seen it on the shelf at the back of the stall, and I thought, So over a couple of days, I managed to barter this down with Martin. But anyway, that's the radio. Oh, I'll tell you what else it come with as well. The brochure as well, which is quite nice. So anyway, that's the radio what I picked up. Now, as I'm walking out to the actual rally, a lad pulled me up. I was talking to the local club, to be honest, while they were eating the lunch. He said, is that a 2020? I said, oh yeah. He said, oh, you're on Nail GT Retro. I said, oh yeah. Anyway, he's talking to me and whatnot. He said, I've actually just picked one of them up today. I said, get away. They're as rare as hen's teeth. And I thought he was taking the mick, do you know what I mean? Anyway, went back to his vehicle. And there it was. He bought one. And there you go. Look, there's a second one. Now, this is faulty, definitely without a shout. I know for a fact straight away it's missing its valves. But the band selector's spot on. Whether it's been disconnected from the chain, we'll soon find out anyway. But there's no microphone with that, obviously, and there's no power lead with it. But I got a great deal with this at the bottom. Got a lot knocked off that, like I say, with Martin. But this, I'll tell you straight away what I paid. I paid £30 for that. So it's a great spares bundle, you know. So these two don't owe me that much at all, to be honest. Obviously, that was a heck of a lot more than this. But like I say, having this as for spares is an absolute godsend. So thanks to the lad who passed that on to me. I don't know whether he wants me to mention his name, but if he wants to mention his own name, he can come in on the comments and have a chin wag on there. But anyway, yeah, cheers for that, mate. That's spot on. So them two radios anyway. So what I want to do with these over the coming months, I've said this before in the past with other things, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to obviously restore this one at the bottom because that's in really good condition. And we'll use whatever we need off this if we need to. I mean, to be honest, I might not need to salvage much off this. And if I don't, I'll try and get this one up and running as well, which would be very nice, wouldn't it? Having a pair. Because like I say, these mean quite a lot to me. I've always fancied one, oh God, since late 80s maybe. It was a bit late around about then anyway. Because they're a bit of an odd thing. Because like they're a full HF radio, but they've also got the 27 megahertz receive on these. They were made for like a hybrid operator for like CB radio and amateur, you know, which was a bit of a novelty, I suppose. And they're very rare, like I say. And picking two on one day, what the hell is all that about? Anyway, guys, that's the radios. So we'll see those in a bit more detail in the future. Okay, let's have a look at what we got next. Okay, as most of you are aware, Lamco has a Junksale stand at the National Hamfest, and it's as you go straight through the doors on the right hand side, you can't miss it. And every year they have a few bits and bobs there on deals, and I think it's just basically a part exchanges or maybe returns or whatnot. And like I say, I noticed these 4 antennas against the wall. You'll see them in my video anyway. And I thought, they caught me eye, to be honest. They were sealed. Obviously, they'd been opened previously, but they were sealed, and obviously you take pot luck, don't you, with that stand. So I bought all 4. Anyway, we'll go through what I found anyway. Now this is a bit of an oddity. This is a Sirio SY3, so it's a 3-element Yagi, 26 at 500 to 30 megahertz. So it's basically 10-11 meter Yagi, 3-element. And you've seen my previous video where I've put one of these together and shoved it in the air. Did very well that video actually. But I saw that antenna because I went on to other things really. But I did want another one back to do some modifications with. Anyway, I've seen this and this is what's got me thinking. So anyway, I'll show you what was in this, which is a bit of an oddity really. And I'll go through what's missing as well. But anyway, so inside, when I opened this box, I found more antennas inside. Bonkers there. So there's a ham stick there, look. So it's a Nevada radio ham stick, and it's basically a 40 meter ham stick, which is still sealed, as you can see there, guys. Bonkers there. So that was in there. There was also another one in there, a 60 meter one. Yeah. So there you go, look. How weird's that? And that's sealed as well. Also, another ham stick, but this one's open. This is a 20 meter one. Now I already have a 20 meter ham stick, and I was going to get another one to be honest, to make a dipole, so that's handy. So that's another ham stick. So there's 3 ham sticks in there before we even start. So onto the antenna. This has never been in the air at all, as you can see there, guys. Brand firing new. Never been mounted at all. Okay, put that over there. Let's see. Those are the end elements, the smaller ones, all complete. Sealed as well. Yeah, okay. These are the main elements. Again, sealed, never been opened. Yeah, okay. And that's another part of the actual boom. Yeah. So what's missing here is basically the mounting kit, which is, let's have a little look. I've got one lying around here anyway, and another one. I won't be getting these mixed up though. So that mounting kit's missing. Okay, guys. Which mounts basically the boom to your pole. Okay. There's a few of those missing, and those are what go in between your elements. I don't know what they actually do, to be honest, because they're just like sleeves. I mean, they don't really do much. And also, I'll tell you what else is missing. 12 M6 set screws, so they're like an Allen screw that go in here. Yeah, okay. Again, not rocket science to find. Right. And self-tapping screws, and that is it. That is a Yagi, basically. That's never been erected. But like I say, there's a few bits missing. I mean, to be honest, I'll say the hardware's all missing. Yeah. So that's all that is missing. Like I say, everything else is there. And there's the gamma match. Yeah. So that's all there. But yeah, fancy find these in the box as well there. So that was one antenna. Now we have here another SY 3-element Yagi. Okay. Now, this here is complete. I've checked this and double checked it. Everything's complete. It's been erected, this, not in the air. I can just tell because it's like new. It's been erected. Now, maybe they've thought, well, it's too big for me, that, and sent it back. So it's been put together, but it's literally brand new. Yeah. You can see, guys, I mean, this is sparkling new. So everything's there. Gamma match. Like I say, this has not been in the air at all. And those are those little set screws that we're missing. So that's another 3-element Yagi. Like I say, absolutely complete. I think it's just been returned. They've probably put it together and thought, oh no, this is way too big. That's what always is the story, isn't it, with beams or Yagis, whatever you want to call them. It's always the case. They get them, they realise they're too big, and that's it. But like I say, this one's complete. Everything's been put away. So I need some of these for that other one, you know. Some of these small self-tappers. In fact, to be honest, it might be worth even converting that other one to Jubilee clip or hose clips, whatever you want to call them. We call them Jubilee clips over in the UK, but you Americans like to call them hose clamps, don't you? But anyway, that's that. Next we have up, this was interesting to be honest. We have an SY68, a 3-element 70 megahertz or 4 meter Yagi, which is quite nice. Again, this is brand new. This has not been in the air at all, full stop. There's all the caps and everything. The only thing I've noticed what is missing in this is nothing to do with this boom. Like I say, everything's all there, even the mounting kit. Like I say, the only thing missing, and he's actually put this down, is this section, which is, have a look, we had one of them lying around a minute ago, didn't we? There we go. One of them, this bit here. Yeah, okay. These are all the same. All the same booms, to be honest, on the SY range. But that's a nice little VHF Yagi, isn't it, to be honest? I've always wanted to try a Yagi on 4 meters. So yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Let's have a look at the gain. So it does 68 megahertz to 78 megahertz, and the 7 dBi maximum gain, front to back 15 dB. But yeah, that's going to be quite effective, isn't it? But that, like I say, that's complete, barring one little clamp, which I'm not too fussed about anyway. I can either make something or get in touch again with Sirio, and we'll go from there with that. So last but not least, we have another antenna from Sirio. And this time we have a Sirio Blizzard. Right, there's literally nothing missing out of this whatsoever at all. I've been through it twice just to make sure. As you can see there, guys, this is new. Absolutely brand new. It's never been in the air at all. So that's the bottom section. That's the mast mount that comes with the Blizzard. Yeah, okay. Right, these are the elements, or the ground planes, whatever you want to call them. That's the top section there. Yeah, okay. So again, this is new. Mounting and hardware, still sealed. Yeah. Manual. You've seen me build this anyway. It's still up in the air at the property now as we speak. U-clamps. Your 4 sections that are telescopic. We know that. And that's the second from bottom section. Like I say, this has never been in the air at all. Right, the only thing that is missing from this is the anti-vibration ring. Now, you'll know if you've ever had a Blizzard, when you buy the Blizzard, it comes in 2 packages. It comes in the boxes like we've seen here, and also the anti-vibration ring comes in like a packet. It's not going to fit in there as it's round. So it's basically complete bar and that. Yeah, okay. So to be honest, guys, the deal I got out of him, to be fair, was an absolute bargain. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that, to be honest. You're probably wondering why I've got 2 Blizzards. We'll get to that in a second. Well, there we go, guys. A few of my bits and bobs that I bought from the Hamfest. Like I say, you take your chances, don't you, with anything from these type of places. But I think I've done incredibly well this year, even though I wasn't meant to be buying anything at all. But 2 radios that I quite fancied. Or should I say 1 would have been all right, but getting 2 as a backup is quite nice, isn't it? And the 4 antennas, absolute bargain, to be honest. I'm really pleased with them. Did a great deal with Lamco, so thanks for that. And thanks for Martin for coming down a bit on that radio, which is nice. So, I'm not going to show you too much of this just yet. You only seen the corner of it, didn't you, at the beginning of the video? And we'll go into this in a bit more detail in the coming months when we get it up and running. Because this is a bit of a remarkable radio, this. A lot of history behind it as well. And obviously it's got that nice brand, is it, Uniden, which, you know, most of you know that I love. I always have done. Anyway, guys, don't let anyone else put you off about Hamfest. There's bargains to be had there. If you get there early enough, you're going to get a few little bargains. And it is definitely worth attending, just for the reason it's the biggest Hamfest in the calendar year in the UK. So it's definitely worth going. Hopefully it might pick up a bit next year to do a bit more advertising, maybe. You never know. But it's definitely worth a visit. I mean, I was down there for both days, and like I say, I picked up a couple of little bargains, and we enjoyed it. On to the antennas anyway. Now, I've always fancied trying the 4-element Sirio. Now, I'm thinking about going one or two better than that. I'm thinking about making a 5 or a 6-element Yagi out of the pair of these antennas. Now, what do you think of that? I'm thinking it's a good idea. I don't think it's going to be rocket science to build at all. I think everything should almost slip together, I'm hoping. So I'm thinking about doing that. I might go 5 first, and I might add another element on and go 6 at a later date. I don't know. But I'm thinking about trying that anyway, so that could be one for the future. As for the Blizzard, before anyone asks for that, it's spoken for. My dad will be having that before anyone. The Blizzard, I'm thinking about co-phasing that Blizzard and running 2 of them just to be daft, really. Just to try, you know what I mean? I know it's never been done. So 2 Blizzards in the air, that must be a bit novel there. But anyway, we'll get to that. maybe later in the year or maybe next year, but it's something on the cards anyway. I've got plans to do with it. I'm not going to get rid of it. There's no point. Anyway, guys, hopefully it's been of interest. It's just showing you what I bought from the Hamfest, to be honest. And yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased, to be honest. It's all right. There was more stuff I wanted there, but you can go on forever, can't you? You can bring that much crap home, you just get daft. Anyway, guys, thumbs up for the channel wouldn't go amiss. Even a thumbs down does. Both work, to be honest. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.